So let's talk about something huge today. How can you, as a student, actually earn enough to pay your own college fees? And I'm not talking about a little pocket money on the side. We're going to lay out a clear, honest to goodness roadmap to becoming financially independent while you're still in school.
Now, I know what you're thinking. That is a wildly bold statement, right? But here's the thing. In 2024, with the right strategy, this isn't just some crazy fantasy. The opportunities are absolutely out there, but the real path to get to them, it feels like it's completely hidden. And that's the real question, isn't it? Everybody talks about all this potential, but nobody actually gives you the step-by-step instructions. It can feel like you're just stumbling around in the dark, trying one thing, failing, trying another. And that's exactly where this story begins.
Before finding any system that actually worked, there was a long journey of just trial and error. We're talking about 16 different attempts over 6 years. And believe me, most of them were complete and utter dead ends. This part of the story is so important because it shows you just how many wrong turns you can take when you don't have a guide. These huge journeys often start with a really simple desire. In this case, it wasn't about becoming a millionaire or anything. It was just about wanting an iPad to take notes in class. And that one little goal kicked off this messy, 2-year-long search to figure out how to earn some real money.
So, what did this 2-year search actually involve? Well, pretty much a highlight reel of things that don't work. We're talking underpaid internships, a disastrous attempt at trading that just lost money, getting tangled up in those MLM schemes, filling out endless survey forms, a little bit of content writing, you name it. A total of 16 failed attempts. But you know what? Those failures paved the way for a system that finally actually works. And here's the good news for you. You get to skip all of that pain. We've basically taken years of frustrating lessons and condensed them into a super clear 6-month roadmap. The goal is simple. If you follow these steps, you can build a high-paying skill, even if you're starting from absolute zero.
Okay, here's the game plan, step by step. For the first 3 months, you are deep in learning mode. Find free resources, sure, but the most important thing is to practice and then share what you're making in online communities. Month 4 is all about proof. You need to build a simple portfolio to show people what you can do. Then, month 5, you get in the game. You start reaching out and landing your first clients, even if it's for cheap. This isn't about the money yet, it's about experience. Then, month 6, you level up. You've got testimonials now, so you can confidently double your prices and start finding much better clients. And what's the result of that 6-month grind? We're talking a realistic income of $30,000 to even over $1 lakh per month. And look, this isn't some fantasy number I'm pulling out of thin air. It's based on what real people who followed this exact roadmap are actually earning. All right, so you have the roadmap, but what skills should you actually pick? I mean, there are dozens of options out there, but let's be totally honest. Most of them are just a waste of your time. So we're going to rate the most popular side hustles and see which ones are actually worth your focus in 2024. Let's just be ruthless here, okay? Video editing gets a 9 out of 10. Yeah, it's time-consuming, but the money you can make with US clients is just massive. Web and graphic design are right up there, solid, in-demand skills. Now, as you go down the list, internships, great for your resume, terrible for your wallet. And all the way at the bottom, trading gets a 1. And why? Because for a beginner, it's not a side hustle. It's a guaranteed way to lose your money. Just avoid it. So let's cut through all the noise. Just focus on the top tier. Video editing, web design, and graphic design. This is the sweet spot. It's the perfect balance between a learning curve you can actually handle and a really high earning potential. Seriously, if you're starting today, pick one of these 3. Making a solid income is fantastic, but that's just level 1. If you want to go from just having a side hustle to building a real career, you need to turn on what I call earning multipliers. These are the keys to really truly leveling up your income. The first, and honestly the most powerful multiplier, is your personal brand. All this really is your reputation online. When you consistently share your work, your progress, your knowledge, you build credibility. And that credibility acts like a magnet, pulling in better connections and way bigger opportunities without you even having to chase them. And the impact on your wallet is staggering. With a strong personal brand, you're not just another freelancer competing on price anymore. You become a recognized authority. This lets you stop charging the standard rate X and start charging 3 times that, or 3X, because clients are now paying for your proven expertise. But having a great brand is only half the battle.
The second multiplier, and this is one that most people completely ignore, is communication. How you talk to clients, how you present your work, how you negotiate, that can be the difference between earning a little and earning a lot.
Let's be really specific. English fluency is a superpower. It unlocks a global market of clients who are used to paying international rates. It's a simple multiplier. Just mastering this one communication skill can literally double what you earn for the exact same work. Okay, so we've covered the roadmap, the skills, the multipliers, but now it's time for a heavy dose of reality. It is so important to understand that while this path is simple, walking it is not easy. There is a real price you have to pay for this kind of success. This quote just says it all. Making money is simple, but not easy. The steps themselves are simple, right? Learn a skill, build a portfolio, find clients. But doing that consistently while you're also juggling college and friends and everything else, that's the hard part. That takes real discipline. So what does this sacrifice actually look like? It means sleepless nights trying to hit a deadline after you've already had a full day of classes. It means saying no to that party that all your friends are going to. It means missing out. That's not a possibility, it's a guarantee. And you have to be ready for that. But here's the trade-off. You might step away from one group of friends, but you'll walk right into another one. You will naturally start connecting with other ambitious, driven people who are on the exact same path. So you're not just losing a social life, you're building a network that actually understands and supports your goals. And that is priceless. So there you have it, the entire plan from the very first step to the final reality check. The information is all laid out for you. The path is clear. The only question left is the most important one. What are you going to do with it? The choice is all yours.